I'm about to give you the best workout to build muscle after 50 using nothing but dumbbells. So yes, you can do this either at the gym or at home as long as you have a pair of dumbbells. Now, this is a workout that you're gonna be able to do 2 to 3 times per week because I'm giving you a full body workout. Knowing that, just make sure you're taking a rest day or 2 in between workouts. And if you're new to working out, start with twice a week, assess your tolerance. If you feel great, if it felt easy, then do a 3rd time per week, all right? And the next thing you wanna do is, I'm gonna recommend about 3 sets of this for about 12 to 15 repetitions. 3 sets, each of these exercises. So what I wanna do is give you an exercise. I want you to rest 45 seconds to 60 seconds before going to set number 2. So this workout is designed to do straight sets. So you're gonna get a list of exercises. I want you to do all 3 sets of the first exercise, then move on to the second, meaning you don't need to be doing a circuit or a giant set. Okay, so that's the goal with this. That's gonna help you build the muscle. Now, if you wanted to do this workout and your main goal is to burn a few more calories, burn a little body fat, then you can actually turn this into a circuit. And as long as you're doing this in a circuit fashion and you're eating in a caloric deficit, then you can start burning more body fat. However, the goal with this workout and the reason I created it the way I did is more specifically towards those of you that are just trying to build some lean muscle tissue. So knowing that, you still need to make sure your nutrition is in check. This isn't gonna be a video on nutrition. If you're not sure how to eat to build muscle, then make sure you check out some of my other videos on YouTube. I've got a ton of videos explaining how to build muscle, and those will be very helpful if you follow that with this workout. You pair those 2 together, you're gonna be able to stimulate your body to build more muscle tissue. All right, with that being said, the first exercise that we're gonna do is an alternating reverse lunge. I love doing reverse lunges. One of the reasons I prefer a lunge movement compared to like a squat movement is I like unilateral work. When you work each side independently, it's gonna help prevent any muscular imbalances that can eventually lead to injuries. So I like working each side independently. Just take your time. Don't rush through the repetitions. Make sure you're using slow and controlled movements. So you're gonna step back, drop down, 1001, 1002, even maybe 3 seconds on the lowering cadence, and then lift right back up, and you're gonna alternate to the other leg. You're gonna wanna do this, like I said, 12 to 15 repetitions, and that means each leg. That doesn't mean 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 12 with your left, 12 with your right. Or if you're doing 15, do 15 with left and right. Yes, this will also stimulate your testosterone levels and your growth hormone levels. So it's a phenomenal exercise. It's also gonna help get the blood flowing and get you prepared for the other exercises. Once you've done your 3 sets of the alternating reverse lunges, I want you to do some chest supported rows. So chest supported back rows. The reason I like the chest supported back rows, it allows you to take out your lower back. Now, you may not have any lower back issues, which is fine, but what I find is a lot of men in their 50s, they tend to have some kind of aggravating lower back issues. And there's other exercises I would rather you use to work and strengthen your lower back as opposed to just bending over doing a dumbbell row. So make sure you're using the chest supported. I'm just on a standard incline bench, makes it really easy. And when you're doing back rows, the key focus should be driving with your elbows. So get your elbows and pull your elbows back behind your body, slow and controlled on the descent. 1001, 1002, 1003, nice full stretch, and then pull right back up. So anytime you're in that contracted position at the top, so when your elbows are behind your body, hold that squeeze for a full 1 second to possibly 2 seconds if you're struggling to feel your back working. So holding that squeeze a little bit longer will help engage a better mind-muscle connection into your lats that you're supposed to be working. All right, so from this exercise, again, 3 sets, 12 to 15 repetitions using slow and controlled form. Then you're just gonna turn over on that bench and you're gonna do dumbbell incline presses. So there's a lot of different variations of chest work: bench press, decline, and incline. I love the incline variation because not only does it help target the upper pecs more, you're still getting a full stretch. So realize that This emphasizes more upper chest, but you're still working the full chest with this exercise. But it also helps activate and strengthen the front delts. So this exercise is gonna help work both. Just make sure you're not dropping the weights at the bottom. You're lowering, again, 3-second cadence on the way down, slight 1-second pause, and then lift right back to the top position. Do that for each and every rep through the 12 to 15 repetitions. That's gonna make a big difference. So that's a really good chest exercise. And from there, we're gonna get back off the bench, and then we're gonna go back into another leg exercise. And this one is gonna work the back of the legs and even the glutes and even your lower back. So this is a dumbbell RDL, which is a dumbbell Romanian deadlift. The key here is doing something called a hip hinge. So when you have the dumbbells in front of your body, I want you to keep them as close to your body as possible. Almost allow them to just glide down your thighs. Don't let them, go too far away from your body, because again, if they're too far away from your body and you're just bending over, you're gonna strain your lumbar spine or your lower back. So the key is to keep the dumbbells close, and then that hip hinge movement means you're not just bending over, but you're getting your butt and you're taking it back as far as you can. So you're bending at the hips, and imagine a wall behind you, about a foot behind you, and you're trying to touch the wall with your butt while you're lowering the weights down. So, and you don't have to lower very far. I don't want you to round your lower back at the bottom. Just make sure you're getting a good stretch in your hamstrings, the back of your thighs. Gradually lift yourself back up, and then squeeze your butt muscles, squeeze your glutes at the top of each and every repetition. Now that's gonna help strengthen the glutes, the low back, and your hamstrings. It's gonna make this an overall good posterior chain exercise, meaning the back side of your body. All right, so from there, we're gonna drop down and get a little bit lighter in weight, because if you're using a heavier weight for your legs, you obviously don't need to use that same weight for this next exercise. This is a lateral raise, a standing side lateral raise. So it doesn't take a whole lot of weight when you're doing this exercise, especially when you're not using momentum, you're using strict form, and you're doing it correctly. So one mental cue here is you want to initiate the movement with your elbows and not your hands. So what I see a lot of people do is they're trying to get their hands up over their head, as opposed to just getting their hands away from their body. So imagine when your hands are right at your side, the dumbbells are straight down, hands are out your side, and you're in between two narrow walls. You got a wall to your right and a wall to your left, and you're trying to push the walls out away from you. That's the mental cue I want you to use with this exercise. You're pushing those dumbbells out away from your body, then slightly lifting with your elbows as opposed to lifting with your hands at the top. And once you get into that top position, basically what I want you to do is keep your elbows either directly in line with your shoulders or slightly below. There's no need to go above that. If you go too high with this exercise, it's gonna do one of two things. One, you're gonna minimize the delt involvement, which is what we're trying to work with this exercise, and you're gonna start working more of your trapezius muscle, the back, upper back muscle. So I really want you to focus on just working the side delts with this exercise. And from here, you're gonna finish off this workout with some dumbbell curls. So I like dumbbell curls to work the biceps. There's so many different types of exercises you can do, but you can't go wrong with this exercise, especially when you're doing it correctly. So what correctly means is you wanna lift the dumbbells up without moving your elbows too far in front of your body. So basically what I like to tell people to do is just imagine your elbows are pinned to your side and you have a rod going all the way through your body. It's going in one side at your elbow, all the way through your body and out the other elbow, which means your elbows are pinned to your side and they can't go forward or back. They're right next to you. That's where they need to be. Keep them there and bring the dumbbells up and squeeze as hard as you can for 2 full seconds with each and every repetition. So lower under control. I like the 3-second cadence. So when you're lowering the dumbbells, 1001, 1002, 1003, bring the dumbbells back up and then squeeze as hard as you can, as if you're trying to show off your bicep muscles. You're trying to flex your bicep muscles to impress somebody. Every single repetition, you need to think you're squeezing that hard for 2 full seconds. That will make a massive difference in the mind-muscle connection in your biceps as well. Jot the workout down, jot all these exercises down. Make sure you're doing each one correctly. Again, you can do this 2 to 3 times per week, just Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, something like that. Just make sure there's at least one off day in between. And if you're doing that, you're gonna get great overall body results. Also, just make sure you pair this with good nutrition. Because again, it doesn't matter how great your workouts are. If you're eating processed foods and fast foods, you're not gonna get the results you're hoping for and the results you should be getting. With that said, thank you so much for watching this video, man. And as always, get busy, get after it, and God bless.